And welcome to Colonia High School for a Blue Division battle amongst two very strong high school soccer teams. The South Plainfield Tigers, coached by Amanda DiMatteo, is 0-3 in the division, but looks to really come back this evening. And they are playing the Colonia Patriots, coached by Stephen Carew. They are 2-0-1 in an overtime win just last week. Today's referees are Paul and Tito, and we are ready for the game. That's South Plainfield in the white, and they'll be challenged all day long on the sides. So today we're here with Michael Boyle. Mike's a Woodbridge resident and longtime head coach at St. Joseph's High School in Metuchen.
We should say ex-head coach at St. Joseph's High School in Metuchen.
Former head coach at St. Joseph's.
There you go.
So, Michael, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you very much. It's a beautiful evening here in Colonia, and sure, what would you rather be doing on a Wednesday night than watching soccer? So, looking forward to a good game here. Colonia look like they're controlling the movement at the minute.
They clearly have some talent on the defensive end.
Very nice ball movement by Colonia.
And that ball's out of play for a Colonia throw.
Both teams look like they're set up to play 4-4-2.
Common structure
very common
in most teams.
Most high school teams.
There's a turnover in the midfield. Very strong defensive organization. I talked to Coach Carew prior to the game. They really
just caught for the first offside.
They really have a very, very strong organized defense. 3 games, they've let up 2 goals. Really, he's as a former goalkeeper at Middletown, he can appreciate the defensive side of the ball.
And let's add to that number 18, Mia Rodriguez, is their leading goal scorer at this point with 2 goals, both off headers, so she gets involved in the plays going forward.
Well settled, play back, and then played wide. Good pressure here by South Plainfield to pressure the outside backs. Both teams looking to really try to find a little bit of a rhythm here. It's a good run there.
There's a good ball.
And the ball, it's onside from a throw. That's a good one touch, and just wide of the goal. Good looking left foot, just wide of the goal. Good pressure
really
by
good play. A really good throw, good movement.
It's the no offsides on a throw.
No offside. You can't be offside on a throw, Steve.
So they got him on some odd trap there.
Ball kicked to the outside. Coming back into the middle. Colonia have the ball again.
Pretty physical in the back for South Plainfield.
That's okay.
Sure, early in the game.
It's part of the game too.
We've seen some other games earlier this year where fitness early in the season's a challenge. I'm sure in your coaching days you saw that.
Absolutely. All teams get better though as the season moves on, and they're 4 or 5 games into the season now, so.
Can really see Colonia push up on the weak side. Can see that they're trying to find that deep ball and that good early cross.
Oh, well read.
Well played by both teams there, and the ball's played back and then across. One girl just got hit in the face. She played it off. Playing direct through that
Just very
midfield
direct.
spot.
Here we go again.
And then
That's
just
the second offside today.
There does appear to be some room between that back line of defense and the goalkeeper.
And you can see the Colonia are very anxious to exploit that space.
Hey, lateral first. Abby, sideways first.
We can hear the coach giving good directions there to the girls to try and beat the offside trap.
They look to play pretty direct, I'd say.
Oh, without a doubt.
That's well settled and well played.
Yeah.
Tough touch there. It is a different game sometimes on the turf. Of course, blue turf plays the same, but just looks a little different, right?
Definitely looks different. Takes a bit of getting used to for me.
Yeah. Very dangerous on the throws.
Very.
It's a good long throw.
Hey, quick. Watch out.
There seems and well played. Nice to put the ball on goal early in the game, forcing the keeper to make a clean play.
Yeah, it's Colonia ball again for another throw-in. They definitely seem to be sharp on the throw-ins.
Looks like Alexandrina Wyman has the long throw on the right side of the as the right back, and has almost led to two breakaways.
Alexandria?
Yes.
Wyman, yes. Two very good throws already.
It's a good touch by South Plainfield. Good tracking by the defense. Nice touch back.
Good ball.
And good clear by the goalkeeper. Very confident. That's also well played.
She moves the ball well. That's Abigail, number 7. You can see she's involved in everything at this point early on.
Oh, they're all on.
They're all on side. Number 19
Yeah.
keeping them on. Well played.
That's touched out
Yeah.
for a corner. Very high trap. I think they were 40 yards out with a very high line.
So who's taking the corner here? Number 11?
So the according
Isabella
to
da Silva.
Coach Carew was mentioning, this is where number 18, Mia Rodriguez, has really been a leader in the box. She's patient.
Good
She
ball
stays
in.
back.
Oh.
Good ball, and
Ball goes through the box untouched.
just
Oh,
touched out for
sorry,
another
Plainfield
corner.
did get a touch on it. I should say South Plainfield.
Once again, pushing 7 players into the box.
Go, Colonia.
As they time the runs.
Good
That's
effort.
flicked on at the near post. Ball kept in by South Plainfield. Colonia wins it.
Good
An
ball.
early cross along the top of the box. Driven across the box.
Cleared by South Plainfield. Only to the Colonia players around the 40-yard mark. Watch out for a Colonia throw. Here we go again. Good throw into the box.
Oh, great touch.
Yeah, great touch.
Strong with the left
Very
foot.
good play.
Well done. Took a little knock on the follow through.
I think Abigail is going to do some damage in this game. She's got a very nice touch, very nice ball movement.
That ball's cut off and missed. Well saved. Keeper did well there. Abigail O'Rourke, the goalkeeper for South Plainfield. I think she's going to have a busy day. And that's a direct kick. Looks like South.
Free out for South Plainfield.
Both teams still feeling each other out a little bit. Well played out of the back. Finding the targets up front. Michael, is there a player out there right now for Colonia that you see is really
Well, I have to say
really the
again,
dangerous one?
the two that have impressed me the most so far has been the young girl Abigail, number 7, Araujo, and Mia Rodriguez. Both girls seem to be skillful and very in control of the ball movement.
That ball's played out of bounds for a Colonia corner kick. So the coach was saying that they're looking for that ball in that 6 to 8 yard middle of the goal.
Absolutely, it's a great ball to
There'll
drive
be a couple of players that are going to go near post, draw the goalkeeper in, and then either flick on or go for goal.
Yes.
And there's a goal. There's a goal for Colonia.
Are we sure? I was just checking to see if the referee had said offside, but he said it's a goal.
It's a goal.
Yeah. I'm trying to see who scored.
I believe it was number 6.
Leslie Suarez.
Go, keep up the pressure. Let's go.
So the good pressure by Colonia led to a little bit of a scrum in the middle of the goal. Ball was kicked around,
And the
dropped down, and the good player finds the net.
It's good play. Keep possession of the ball and move it around.
So Michael, what's the benefits of that strategy?
Well, when you're in possession of the ball, you're in control of the game. It's quite that simple. We can see the same couple of players trying to constantly connect with each other. Mia and Abigail.
Always looking for each other.
Always looking for each other.
That ball's cut off. They're just a touch away. That ball's put through. She's onside. Keeper's out, well off her line.
Colonia have good pace in the back. She made up a lot of ground there on that through ball.
And they play the ball wide. And then they touch. And then that through ball is on all day and well played by the goalkeeper. There's a lot of space in there. South Plainfield seems to be playing pretty flat along the back line.
What a great ball.
And with a little patience in the midfield, I think Colonia can really find the time to really find those players making those runs. Just like that, and just a step offside.
I would totally agree with you. With a little bit of patience and a little bit more control, they could definitely get more balls going forward in more dangerous positions. They always seem to be looking for the breakaway. Sometimes you've got to pass the ball and make things happen for yourself.
So, Micah, that high line of defense for that offside trap, a little dangerous,
Very dangerous.
right?
Very dangerous.
Especially if
the forwards have speed.
and they appear to have speed
Appear to have speed and they appear to-
skill.
Correct.
That's the
Yes.
controlled touch,
Yes.
right?
That's
And that's well played on
well
both players.
played,
Oh, that's a great save.
Yeah.
It's a great save. Really well done by both teams. Colonia on the beat the trap, created the opportunity. Good pressure on the track back by the South Plainfield defender.
It was excellent pressure.
And Abigail O'Rourke came up big with her left hand, diving to her left, and the rebound then was cleared. But once again, a very high line, and that's good position. And now she's on again. And there's that dangerous left foot.
I think that South Plainfield will have to make some adjustments if they're not going to get caught with this offside that they're running.
Say that sometimes you can feel the pressure build over time, and certainly with the amount of corner kicks and the amount of pressure that Colonia has put on, they really are really setting the tone for the game.
Colonia too seem to be connecting more passes, which is the key in soccer to being successful.
Sure, and sometimes difficult at the high school level.
Very difficult because you have such a wide range of abilities.
That's absolutely. And you don't have the, when you're with your club players and your club team, you grow up together, you learn each other, you know each other. You come to high school and sometimes you don't have the same familiarity. But South Plainfield here is now changing the pressure a little bit, but cleared nicely by Woodbridge, by Colonia. And that ball's onside.
Colonia goalkeeper is finally making a.
Yep.
I won't call it a save, but we'll definitely say getting involved in the play.
She really seems to command her box very well. I like a goalkeeper that plays at the top of their box. There's a nice flick in the midfield.
There's a great ball.
And that's a throw in for South Plainfield. That's a nice touch.
So something has changed in this last 2 minutes where South Plainfield definitely seem to be getting more involved in the play.
A little bit more control. Right?
You can see Colonia working hard to redirect traffic.
One thing that may do is that may lead to those corners. And on turf,
very good ball. And there's good support this time. This could be dangerous. Number 4.
And that
was very unfortunate. That was a nice play.
Tempted pass.
Very unlucky. Ali Fleischman there was in a great position to take that pass.
So do you think maybe on that one be a little more selfish?
You got to play. Well, no, I actually think the right play was to pass the ball across the box, lift your head, make that pass. If anything, just stay wide.
I don't know, Michael. Those great goal scorers, they like to be a little.
I know you've
got
to be selfish.
They're a little hungry.
Yeah.
But they certainly are creating the chances.
Absolutely.
And well played again. Maintain a little possession, spread them out a little bit. Both teams can control, whoever can control the ball more, right? Oh, that's a great ball through.
Again.
And we're back to the races.
We're back to number 4. This is Ali Fleischman.
Oh, and that's good deflection. Well defended. Ali certainly has had some runs at goal. And I think over time
she's going to score.
It's a recipe for success. Another corner kick for Colonia.
This time from the right side.
We're going to have an in-swinger from the left foot.
It's a good ball in.
Across.
Very unlucky. Just didn't get enough of the head on it.
That is exactly the play that Coach Carew was talking about prior to the game.
That's an excellent play.
Mia scored 2 goals early in the season on similar plays. He said she's very accurate with her head and really can dominate the box.
Well, they look to be very dangerous every time they have the ball going forward. And here they come again.
And that ball's touched out for a Colonia throw. They're going to bring their outside back for this throw. They've been very effective with the long throws. Looks like they might be going a little shorter this time. But no, she throws right over, tries driving the ball across. Nice touch to the inside, well played along the top of the box. Very dangerous ball.
Very dangerous ball, very unlucky.
Good control by Colonia.
Oh,
That is a tight line in the back.
yes. Well, when you live by the sword, you could die by the sword too.
As they say. Going back to the defensive lineup for Colonia, really, as marketed.
4-4-2.
Very, very strong in the back.
Yeah.
They've got some players that are thoughtful, can move the ball around. And I think, once again, over time.
Here we go. This is a much better play. Colonia this time. Push the ball wide from midfield.
Driven.
Very
And
unlucky.
out for a corner.
I like that type of soccer better, where they push the ball wide, they move the ball forward, and they try to bring it back into the middle. It gets more people involved in the play. It's a more dangerous play than just kicking the ball long and having girls run after it.
There's a flick and well saved by the goalkeeper. And once again, Mia right there, right in the middle of it. Oh, that's well settled. That's
Very nice play.
patience through the midfield.
Good touch.
I think what we've started to see, Michael, is that Abigail Arahu is really a player that really stands out
I would
for
agree.
both teams. Very composed,
She's very comfortable on the ball,
very comfortable.
and she connects well with the defence, bringing the ball into midfield, and she also connects well with the forwards, pushing the ball forward, making passes through.
That's a nice play on the outside. The back, as they play into the midfield, making those forwards work a little bit. We have some subs for both teams.
Let's go. Keep it up.
Early in the season, it's good to get some fresh legs in there. Give some players that have really been working hard. Get them a little water and a little breath.
This last few minutes I've been impressed with number 12, Kyra Bridgeforth. She's getting more involved in midfield play. It's definitely helping Colonia.
Kyra was out there's that long throw again. A flat line in the back. Really leaving some opportunities there. Kyra was the scorer of the overtime goal in their last game and brought the team a victory.
She seems to be the deep-seated midfielder. Oh. Kira.
I think Coach said she was late for practice yesterday, so she didn't get the start.
Okay.
So
Gotta have discipline on every team.
absolutely, Coach is running a tight ship.
Nothing wrong with that.
And the line And
The girls fully understand the offside rule.
that's
It's good to see that because that means they're thinking the game, and that's very, very important. I was impressed with number 18, the way she held the ball and didn't put it over the top because she knew her own players were offside. Mia.
usually looking for a flick here. That's been the style we've seen so far early in the game.
There's a nice ball. A little bit more control going forward, Steve.
Sure. I think some of that also is, South Plainfield, they've been creating some of that pressure.
Yes, to give South Plainfield credit, they've stayed with them. Yeah. I think that's just anxiety, getting ahead of the play.
You see that goal in front of you, though, Michael.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That patience is hard.
Yeah. That's where communication on the field is very important. Players should be talking to each other all the time. We should be hearing that communication up here. Good pressure.
Very well played. Touch back. Good control here. Yeah, really pressing that line.
They really, really are.
And that's scooped up by Abigail O'Rourke. And she'll distribute.
Who, in all fairness, has played very well for South Brunswick to this point. She made a couple of great saves. I said South Brunswick, South Plainfield.
It's somewhat live TV, so I didn't want to be too critical with the new guy in the booth, And we were here in the glamorous confines of
Colonia.
the press box at
in Colonia.
Colonia High School. And we appreciate them hosting us this evening.
Didn't you say the plush surroundings of Colonia press box?
Absolutely. On there's another break. Just a little touch. Almost a near collision there. Goalkeeper looking for a little counter.
Good pressure.
And good communication on that ball. I think they must have heard you.
Oh,
So we got about 13 minutes to go in the first half. It's 1-0 Patriots.
who are definitely looking like the more dangerous team, but there's a nice spell at the moment for South Plainfield.
The goal was scored by number 6, Leslie Suarez. Ball dropped down on a corner kick. Oh, and this ball's on.
Ball is onside.
This ball's on. This is one of those breakaways. They're so far up.
Malin Avardo Velez from South Plainfield has made a couple of really good defensive runs
Here's a
to
dangerous
keep
player
this game at 1-0.
on the strong left foot. Just a cutaway. You can see the outside backs pressing up. Oh, that's well saved. Their body in front of the ball, blocked it down.
A good shot.
I think her coach would probably want her to use her hands on that one, but it's an advantage that she has, so might as well use those gloves, right? But good footwork to get in front of that ball. Got some busy referees this evening, right? A lot of offsides.
Yeah, several offsides.
A lot of pressure. Pretty physical at
Here
times.
we go.
Oh, and she's
Here we
on.
go. And now it's Abigail Arajo that has the ball.
And she's on that dangerous left foot.
Again,
Just tipped away.
Now playing the high back line, South Plainfield have had to make a lot of defensive runs back. They're going to tire out as this game goes on.
Very dangerous play in the box. You miss that ball and have a collision like that, that can end up with cards and goals. That's well played. Oh,
Very well
tough
played.
touch there.
Very
Oh,
well
well
played.
done. A connection in the midfield. And here we go again. And they're driving deep, get their head up, cross the ball. Players on the far post.
Very unlucky.
And wide.
I think it's only a matter of time, Steve.
So, Michael, give me your impressions of the first 30 minutes here.
To be fair, the better team is Colonia. They've played the much better soccer. But to give South Plainfield credit, they've hung in. It's only 1-0, so it's only a goal for South Plainfield, and it changed the complexion of this game. What do they say? The two most dangerous leads in soccer are 1-0 and 2-0.
We were talking about that last game. It's a line from Spencer Rockman, going way back a generation or two.
I don't think Spencer came up with that, in fairness.
He stole it from somebody, but he took it as his own. He had a lot of those phrases. A lot of players around Middlesex County learned a lot of soccer from Spencer.
Well, to be fair, it's worth mentioning that with a big Italian community in this area, a very famous Italian soccer player just passed away this morning, Salvatore Scalacci, the hero of the 1990 World Cup in Italy.
Not to interrupt your obituary, but we got another breakaway. Yeah, that's a classic name in international soccer.
Do you remember Salvatore Scalacci?
I do now.
Toto.
There you go. So we got another corner kick. They've been very dangerous. Mia Rodriguez seems to have a special knack to be around the ball on these. She's looming at the 15-yard line, breaks
Great
towards the
ball
far
in.
post, and there she is,
Very unlucky.
just outside of her touch.
Abigail has sent in some beautiful balls from corners.
They certainly must be working on that in practice because they have timed that out.
Here she comes again.
Oh, that's a good cut across. And that's a shot, and that's a goal!
It's an outstanding
It's a goal
goal.
for Colonia. That's number 13, Yaritza Roman. That's a great goal across the top of the box. 7:47 left in the first half. 2-0 Patriots
To
on
be
a
fair,
great goal.
That has been coming. That goal has been coming.
And that was what I like to call a no-doubter. She got her head up, hips around the ball, drove the ball into the goal, but also had, real close to the post as well. That's the tough part of having one of your backs taking your goal kicks. It leaves you a little susceptible there. That's good work by South Plainfield. Oh, that's well stolen. It's a good combination. Very poised on the ball from the back. Played into the midfield. Players get their head up, looking far post.
Here we go again.
That's another breakaway. Goalkeeper's out, and that's a goal.
3-0.
And that's a goal.
Gabby Pereira. Number 9, Gabby Pereira is the scorer of the goal.
With 6:47 left in the first half, Colonia has taken a lead of 3-0. Two quick goals here in the last few minutes. To give the Patriots a 3-0 lead. And here they come again. Colonia Patriots really starting to turn things on. Oh, that's well saved by the goalkeeper.
It's definitely one-way traffic at the minute.
If she drops that ball, so there's a Patriot sitting right there waiting for the rebound.
So we know what time of the year it is when the lights are coming on here.
That's it.
It's definitely the time for soccer and high school season.
It's a beautiful night here in Colonia. I know there was reports early in the day of potential rain.
Don't talk about the weather.
We will.
You're wishing it.
Nah. Well, maybe. You gotta put down. You gotta wet the blue grass.
It might grow.
That's right, just in case. We saw as we pulled in today that it looks like Colonia High School is having a new track put in, which would be a new improvement to the facilities here.
Which actually look really well, by the way.
We were noticing that the JV soccer team is playing just over the one goal. And that ball's touched out of bounds. I have a feeling that they might do a long throw here, Michael.
I think that's what we're seeing. Alexandria Wyman again with the long throw. Good ball. Very unlucky.
Really tough to defend. Really tough to defend.
The quality of that throw was nearly as good as a corner kick.
Absolutely. They were a little out of shape on this one.
But
nice touch back.
Playing sensible.
Well touched by the goalkeeper.
Very good.
South Plainfield. Move that ball across, but it's knocked out of bounds by Colonia for a South Plainfield throw. Good physical play there. That ball's moved across and then back in. That ball could be in. That's well played. The outside back.
Oh,
that's well played.
some
She's
good
on.
movement by South Plainfield here.
I think the amount of pressure that they've been under is really. It looks like they've really got some weary legs on South Plainfield. Lots of long runs back with that trap.
So now they're leaving one deep lying player.
That's out of bounds for a South Plainfield throw, and they play quickly. Still hoping to catch some lightning in a bottle. 2.5 minutes left, but here's another breakaway, and the goalkeeper comes out. Well played.
I have to say, I have to double take looking at all the conglomeration of lines here to find exactly the soccer lines on this. I'm sure it's a challenge for some of the referees.
very kind to be so nice to these referees. Doing a great job tonight. And the player's on. Player's on. And the goalkeeper's out. Well saved. Split second on that.
I think VAR would like to check that out again because I'm not sure she was on.
And that ball's touched in again.
So we're into the last 2 minutes of the first half, and it's definitely one-way traffic here. Colonia look to be the much more in-control team.
Tell you, number 18, Tatiana Mindiola, really has done well on that outside back position. But there we go with the long throw again, touched in. And that'll go out for a goal kick. Says we enter the last minute of play here. There's about 5 minutes where Colonia really stepped on the gas.
Here it is again.
Oh, and that's a goal. It's a goal from the top of the box. What a great hit.
Very nice look. It's a left footer.
That's about as casual a goal as you're going to see.
I think she has shown, though, how comfortable she is on the ball.
Absolutely. With 32 seconds left in the game, that is 4-0 for Colonia High School Patriots. Well played through the back, through the midfield.
There's a lot of space now starting to show up in midfield for South Plainfield.
And now you've got an overlapping run.
Only to exploit.
And there's a shot on goal.
I think that will be the last play of the game, of the first half.
And that's the end of the first half. With your Colonia Patriots 4, the South Plainfield Tigers 0. Thanks very much for listening to the first half and watching with us on Woodbridge Television, and we'll be back in a few minutes. And welcome back to the second half of the Colonia Patriots against the South Plainfield Tigers. We saw an exciting first half dominated by Colonia, 4 goals, and really an outstanding first half. So as we get started here, clock starts. Start our 40-minute second half. Colonia back at it. But I'm joined here in the booth with a young lady named Kelly O'Boyle. And there's an offside. But Kelly is here this evening to talk a little bit about an upcoming fundraiser called Soccer for a Cause. And it's an event that really does a lot of good and is really spearheaded by the women's soccer from around Greater Middlesex Conference. So Kelly, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
Now I know you're a soccer player as well, but why don't you talk to us a little bit about the Soccer for a Cause?
Sure. So I'm one of the assistant coaches at Edison High School for the girls soccer team, and we've been participating in it. It's the 4th year. We've been to it every year, and it does a great job. The teams come together to support local charities. One is Go for the Gold.
Well, just hold on there 1 second, Kelly. Oh, and that ball just goes wide. Great run through the midfield.
That was great.
That was by number 12. That was Kira Bridgeforth.
So just like she went for the goal on that, that's one of the charities we go for. And funny enough, I'm pretty sure Coach Carew here at Colonia spearheads the fundraising for that charity. The girls sell shoelaces and put different colored shoelaces in their shoes, and that's their fundraising efforts for that. They collect money from families, their families, friends, neighbors, all things like that. Then we have the Marissa Tafaro Foundation, which us over in Edison fundraise for. So each team is assigned a charity to fundraise for. And they're all great. We all bring food also for replenish. Oh, we got another attack.
There we go, and they're into the box again. Trying to drive to the right foot, across the middle of the goal. And just well played by the goalkeeper, just outside of the striker's reach. So tell me a little bit about the Marissa Tafaro and your connection with that foundation.
Marissa, oh, here we got another attack.
It's. I'd like to say it's end-to-end action, but it's It's the same end, and they're really putting the pressure on all night.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's a good step over. That's a little bit of patience we were talking about in the first half.
Ooh, counterattack now. Okay, so the Marissa Tafaro Foundation's. We got to go.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, so it is a foundation close to the Edison community's heart, but the greater Middlesex County as a whole does a great job. The Tafaros are from Edison. They, Cindy Tafaro, so Marissa's mother, is a principal at one of our schools, and Greg was a sports writer for the Home News Tribune, I believe.
Yep.
And their daughter would have been a senior at Edison High School in 2021, so a lot of the girls that we coach and go to our school grew up with her. They would have known her. So the foundation helps kids suffering from pediatric cancer, and they make a lot of donations to local hospitals. We got another attack here.
So I heard the drive it at goal, cross just outside. I heard a recent number that over the last several years that the Marissa Tafaro Foundation has raised $350,000 to help local students with scholarships and various other needs that students have. So,
correct.
Just so much good coming out of such a tragic, a tragic situation.
Yes, the Tafaros are great people too. They will be at the event. They come, they speak to all the players, kind of give a background of their story, and they stay and cheer the 22 teams on. It's a great day.
I know a few weeks ago they had a fundraiser for the foundation, 5K at Alvin Williams Park a few weeks ago.
How do you know about that?
Well, I was a proud participant to support the cause and really get out there and share some old stories with my buddy Greg from high school. So
yeah. It's a good day.
So why don't you give us some event details of the day in action?
So the event will take place on Saturday, September 28th. It starts at 9 o'clock, but games are staggered all day. We play essentially every couple hours at Metuchen High School. Last year we had some unfortunate weather, but we're hoping for some good weather this year.
And that's a good ball. Good ball through the midfield. Really high line. The back pressure. And good stop by the goalkeeper. Abigail O'Rourke has come up big. She's given up the 4 goals, but certainly the pressure has been a lot more than the 4 goals. So the date of the event again, Kelly, is
Saturday, September 28th. Starting at 9, kind of going all day until around 4. There's some ceremonies that take place. They commend the girls for the fundraising that they do throughout the last couple months. We collect food, non-perishable food for Replenish, so I started mentioning that before. That's Middlesex County's food bank.
Yeah, and I'm well aware of the great work that Replenish does in the community. They really help support so many food pantries, and I know that the Woodbridge food pantries have been recipients of that. Recently, I was at a meeting with a bunch of the food pantry directors, and some really great work and real great coordination with the township, with the volunteers, a lot of church groups, and it's nice to see that we're getting the food pantries ready for a cold winter.
is good too. If you come and check out their tent, they usually come. They have representatives. Oh, we got a missed attack.
This young lady has been dominant this evening, and that ball
Yeah.
is played out.
She's been all over the field for them.
So we have the event coming up on September 28th, 9 to 4 at Metuchen High School. But also, those that can't get to the event and wanted to support it, is there a website or something that they can go to, Kel?
There is. So I know I'm more familiar with the Mercer Tafaro one, but I know both of them do.
Oh, that's a great
Nice.
goal. That's a great goal. That is a play that Coach Carew was talking about in the pregame. They really set these set pieces up. Corner kicks must be a big focus in their practices.
That was a great play. So yes, you could go online to both websites, so the Go for the Gold site and the Mercer Tafaro Foundation's website, and there is an option for Soccer for a Cause. It's a page specifically on the Mercer Tafaro site, and you can make a donation right there on the website. You can even link it to a school if you know someone on one of the local teams and you want to support them in their efforts. You could do that, or you just make a general donation to the foundation.
All right. Well, thank you, Kelly, for coming out tonight and spending a few minutes, and for sharing that information. I really wanted to make sure that we got the information out to the Woodbridge community, which is always so generous towards so many different foundations, and just really wanted to highlight the work of the young ladies specifically in their fundraising efforts to help a really noble, two really noble charities, and really appreciate you bringing that message with you tonight.
No problem. I'll pass it back off to other Coach O'Boyle.
The other Coach O'Boyle is going to be back on the mic in a second as we make a little change here in the booth. And that ball's touched out for a South Plainfield throw. And Michael, welcome back to the microphone.
Thank you very much. I think it's all one-way traffic again. Colonia really dominating this game, and I don't see a way for South Plainfield to get back into this in any shape or form.
There's a collision at midfield. This young lady has really played hard today. Really played hard. So in my planning for today's broadcast, Michael, I didn't realize I was going to bring in Kelly to upstage you, but I'm glad it happened, and couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
There you go. Well, to be fair, these charities do great work, and it's a great opportunity for these kids to learn and to participate.
And I guess the teeter-totter has switched sides again, and the field is now slanted again in Colonia's favor. 10 minutes into the second half, 30 minutes to go. We have 5-0 Colonia Patriots over the South Plainfield Tigers. Coming in, going through the scores of previous games, we thought that there could be some chance of some dominance by Colonia, but it's so hard to tell with high school players early in the season. But they really are showing good form. And there they are again.
Another great ball into the box.
And that is Mia Rodriguez. The ball finds her in the box.
And I don't understand why this isn't another corner, but again, from where I'm seeing,
Thought it was a little deflection, but it's a goal kick for the Tigers.
And here comes the Colonia pressure again. Good control.
Played across the midfield. There's a ball played up. Physical play in the back. Oh, and that's a yellow card given to South Plainfield head coach. I believe that's Amanda DiMatteo. Upset, I think, about the play that came in where the defender really played very physical. I think
To be honest, I didn't see anything in it. It's just a good, solid play.
I think it,
That was Madeline Kaminsky for Colonia.
I think there might be a little frustration.
I would say some nice ball movement again by Colonia. Connecting passes.
I'm sure you've had a few of those days.
You like to see the kids doing it. Means they're thinking about their soccer again. So this tight line is right up at the midfield.
You can't get any closer to that. And they're all coming in now. Oh, that's a good cut. Oh, and that's a great goal.
She had to work hard for that.
That high line has really, really been a defining play all day and really has led to a lot of opportunities for these Patriots. I'll tell you, that was a fine finish.
That was a very good finish, considering that she had to go at it a second time.
That was Gabby Pereira, number 9, I believe, that scored that goal.
And here they come again.
Oh,
Well, that should be the keeper ball.
Goalkeeper comes out. As a former goalkeeper myself, Michael, I'll tell you, some of these days, she's made some really good saves, but she has really been up against it.
She definitely has.
These are the days you start wondering why you didn't become a striker.
So it has all been one-way traffic. It has all been Colonia, but in fairness, there have been a couple of good players on the South Plainfield side as well. The goalkeeper has impressed me, and so too has number 9, Melon Velez. I think she deserves a mention. She made a couple of outstanding defensive plays.
We used to have a saying that it seems like they have more players on the field.
Yes, it does look like that. Yeah.
Wherever the ball is, there just seems to be more players. So when you're coaching these games, Michael, talk to us a little bit about how you kind of keep the team focused, but also understanding that there's they're up 6-0 with 26 minutes to go.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there's a couple of things that go through your mind. The first thing is you don't want to be giving up cheap goals yourself. So that's a very important part of what's going to happen now for the next 26 minutes. Secondly, you want your team to continue to play well by doing the things that you want them to do, which is pass the ball and make the connections and plenty of movement. And it can't become a shooting fest. It can't become my turn to have a goal. It can't become that, because there'll be more serious games down the line where you'll want to have your best players in the best frame of mind to play at their best. And that comes with discipline, it comes with understanding, and it comes with, just seeing out these games properly.
Sure. Sometimes that little loss of focus leads to injuries.
Absolutely.
And you never want to see that.
And it leads to lack of discipline too.
Sure.
And lack of control.
Great.
Yeah, it's a
great touch.
That was a really great touch.
A nice crowd of a couple hundred people here. Beautiful fall evening,
It's absolutely gorgeous.
mid-September. Really couldn't ask for a nicer night. Comfortable night for the players.
So clever. So clever.
And has worked another corner. And
She's really been the outstanding player of the game, Abigail. She's so comfortable on the ball.
And Isabella Da Silva is going to take this one right-footed. And Mia Rodriguez again in the box.
Here they come.
Oh, that's a great go.
There's obviously options on that play, Steve.
Yeah.
It's not just a one-off play. There's several girls there that are available.
Ball's played up. And that's a little physical play there. Looked like a potential foul there. I think they let them play on with the possession.
The ball's not going to go out.
That's well played. That's the potential for that counterattack. If they could just bring the ball down, I think they'd have a little bit more success.
I think that's been the difference in the two teams. Colonia have much more control of the ball.
Sure. Really impressed by the defense of Colonia. Very organized. They really seem to know where each other are. Seem very balanced. Good speed in the back. Oh, and that's a good strike. Oh, and that's off the post.
Off the inside of the post, it looked like.
Just off the post. And cleared by South Plainfield. A great shot. That was a great play again by Colonia. Really getting their head up and really a good strike.
That's an outstanding play. Left-footed. I really don't know how that ball stayed out.
Hit the inside of the post, came back across, and really also unlucky to not have a rebound there.
Yeah.
And it looks like Colonia's
substitution.
Colonia's got some subbing going on. And this ball is going to be crossed in. They have been so dangerous on these balls. Even on the first goal, it was a ball that was hit across, dropped down, 3 or 4 players around it, and toe poked in. We've seen nothing but pressure ever since.
And they'll put the pressure on straight away from the kick out here.
Yeah, I think they would be better positioned if they could get maybe get the goalkeeper into taking some of these kicks, because it really does make a difference.
Yes, it does. It allows the defense to go further up the field.
That's a nice touch by South Plainfield. Played up. A little bump and tug. Oh, that's a very physical play.
But Colonia look comfortable gobbling it up.
We may have some
Colonia making
subs.
a lot of subs here.
Good opportunity to get some perhaps of the younger players.
That would
perhaps,
be my thought
perhaps-
as well.
Perhaps some players that don't ordinarily get some playing time, but get them into the lineup.
And to give other players a rest that have
Absolutely.
played well tonight here.
They have definitely went end to end. And the amount of through balls, which are just flat out sprints from midfield all night. I think Coach Caru's got to be pretty happy with the level of fitness.
Absolutely. And the performance.
That's well played. It's got a little chippy over the last few minutes.
Yeah. Frustration, I think, just setting in.
I think that's when you start talking to your players and you start saying, hey, let's get the ball, move the ball. Don't hold on to it. Get your head up, find a target. And don't allow them to get a little knock on you.
So sometimes when you make subs in a game like this, the continuity for you can sort of ease a little bit, and that can be difficult to manage.
Sure.
You want to give everybody experience and get them playing time, but sometimes you lose a little bit in the control to develop that. And that seems to be the case at the moment for me.
That's well played. They've really struggled to kind of piece some balls together. That's a nice ball. It's a tough handle. It's well played. And that ball's going to roll out. South Plainfield throw. And that ball is going to roll into the box. And well played by the goalkeeper. And a big boot.
She really didn't have an awful lot to do tonight. The Colonia goalkeeper, Lydia Naves.
I think there was a change at halftime.
Oh,
I think there was a change. I believe
well, neither goalkeepers had a lot to do.
if my
you're right.
if my binoculars are
My
correct,
mistake.
that would
my
be
mistake.
Alyssa Mendez in goal now.
Both goalkeepers have performed well, but they didn't have a
Absolutely.
lot to do.
Absolutely.
And that's a sign again of the defence.
So, Mike, you have a couple of pretty neat accolades to your resume. You were a coach at St. Joe's for the better part of, I guess, 13 years,
About that.
13, 14 years. I had the privilege of coaching with you for maybe half of them.
Correct.
So that we saw some different things, and but maybe you can tell us a little bit about your insights on some high school soccer, and the difference now between high school soccer and some club soccer.
Well, I think high school soccer has gone through an awful lot of changes down through the years.
On South Plainfield's in. Just touched away and out.
I suppose back when I was when I was coaching, when I initially started, there wasn't an awful lot of club teams. So what I was working with was a lot of good athletes that would play several sports. Soccer being their fall sport, and we didn't have football at the time, so I didn't have that as my competitor for athletes.
Sure.
As time has progressed and you had the advent of the club teams, more and more kids are playing soccer as a primary sport, as a first sport, and are playing it all year round. And to be honest, that was a fantastic thing when you're getting players that love the game first of all, and are playing it all year round. The skill level changed, and you see formations were changing within the game, and the kids were watching it on television much more frequently, and that had a huge impact on soccer here in Middlesex County.
I think we may even see that in today's game.
Absolutely.
Where you can see some of those top level players.
There's a couple of girls out here that's quite evident that they play soccer.
Oh, and that's a goal. Off the fingertips of the goalkeeper.
Nice touch.
And into the corner for number 7. It's a big number for Colonia High School today. 13:35 to go.
To be honest, they only had scored 4 goals in their first 3 games, and tonight they score 7, so they're doing something right.
They've really kept the pressure on all night and really have made things very difficult for the Lady Tigers. So you can definitely see, Michael, that the quality of some of these players now that are playing soccer as that primary sport.
They're technically very, very gifted, some of them. There's a lot more technically gifted players because they're playing soccer all year round. And they're getting touches on the ball all the time, which is so important.
Absolutely.
You know, there's the old saying in sport that when the ball is in charge of you, you're not really playing the sport. You have to be in charge of the ball. And it's the same in basketball, it's the same in football, it's the same in baseball, and it's the exact same thing in soccer. When you're in charge of the movement of the ball, when you're in charge of the touches on the ball, that's playing the game.
It's a nice save. Good strike on goal. That's once again Allie Fleischman up front.
Who's had a very good game.
I think she might have 10 shots on goal this evening.
She definitely has a few.
So, Michael, what year were you Coach of the Year in Middlesex County?
Steve, you're putting me on the spot.
I know.
don't even know when these things happen. You know, they just pass.
Well, when did you have the good players?
I had a lot of good players. I think it might have been around 2008, maybe.
You always ask the Coach of the Year who their best player was because they probably had a few of them.
Oh, we definitely had a few. You know, I was very lucky at St. Joe's. You know, I got to coach some great players and some great kids. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's what I remember the most. I don't remember anything that I won.
Well, now both your kids still involved with soccer. Little Michael O'Boyle joined us on the last broadcast. Kelly was nice enough to come tonight to talk about a great cause. So parenting is obviously,
soccer is obviously a huge thing in the house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even to this day, you know, we talk soccer, we watch soccer. You know, it's still a huge component of what happens in my house. Weekends are filled with English Premier League soccer.
There you go.
Spanish soccer. If there's a game on, we're watching it.
It definitely is a family affair for sure.
Yes.
But your kids came up through Woodbridge Rec Soccer.
They definitely
that's correct?
did. And to be honest, there's been some great players who have come out of Woodbridge. And, I can think back to some great, both guys and girls that have come out of Woodbridge Soccer. I mean, a shout out to Frankie LeConte, one of the great players. And the Fernandez boys were all good players. Some great girls. I'm sure my kids mentioned them last week. Beth Fenton, Emily Fenton, the Broniaks. One of the Broniaks, I believe, is coaching in Woodbridge. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Yeah. Great players,
I believe she's the head coach
Of the girls' team.
at Woodbridge High School.
I believe so.
So I was talking with little Michael last game about relationships and how those developed through youth sports and coming up through the high school ranks. And, he was talking about how, those friendships still exist. And my guess is that these young ladies out here this evening are going to find the same thing over the years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so important,
And that's a direct kick. That's a foul on Colonia. It's a direct kick from nearly 50 yards away from goal. But this ball's going to be played up. And that
innocuously just goes out of play.
That ball's going to run. I appreciate your use of innocuous in this broadcast this evening. As a math teacher, I'm sure you don't get to use that word very often, but it's nice to expand our vocabulary this evening.
Do you need a definition, Steve? You struggling for a definition?
It's just innocuously. Oh, that's a collision in the midfield. Little clumsy there.
Probably more clumsy than intended.
Yeah.
But it puts South Plainfield in a nice position.
They're somewhat resistant to put too many people in the box, which just leads to some of these flat balls and easy clearances. Oh, that's well played. It's a good shot. And well played by the goalkeeper. So you mentioned a couple of the players that your kids grew up with, and this is going to be another runaway train here.
This is young Ali Fleischman again.
These are long runs. So much better with the possession there. Just trying to go through rather than around. It's well played, and they're going to play it back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper has a big foot and played well.
Nice play. Good turn.
Every time there's a little glimmer of hope, a little glimmer of light, it's shut down nearly immediately by the strong defense and midfield, quite honestly, of Colonia.
Come on here.
So it's
That ball well touched.
very nice play.
It's Ali Fleischman again into the box, trying to see her targets, head up. It's again pretty physical in the corner. Well played by both young ladies.
And we're inside the last 6 minutes, Steve.
Well, in some games, goals are hard to find, but in this one, certainly not the case. Colonia really brought their A game today in all facets of the game. It's nice to see when all the facets come into to play, and they're all very strong.
Yeah, and another corner coming up here.
I think some of those things you were talking about early in this half about trying to make sure that the defense doesn't lose that mentality of really making sure that we're going to walk this game through the zero, right? Once again, they're sending players into the box. Been dangerous all night on these corner kicks. Everyone well placed and knocked out. Right through the middle. Out to the right back.
And going back to what you were saying, it seems like the Colonia have more players on the field. That's a compliment to Colonia.
Well touched. And Ali Fleischman, good control. I think Coach Carew is going to be pleased with this effort here today. They really seem to be very focused. It's nice to play a game like this on your home turf.
Absolutely. On a beautiful night.
Surrounded by your family and friends, cheering you on. These are some of those nights that you remember for a long time. And now he's weaving through the defense. Really an opportunity here. Oh, and a great save.
Very good
Great save.
Good shot and a good save.
Oh, well done. Well done. A great shot from about 22 yards out. Driven ball towards the top of the net. And Abigail O'Rourke came up big with the right hand. She boxed the ball well.
Again, another dangerous corner coming up here.
Once again, it's placed right where they want it. And that ball's just wide. Good cover by the goalkeeper. Good shot.
So I noticed this time that South Plainfield had 10 players in the box defending the corner.
We've got 2 minutes left in the game. 7-0 Colonia Patriots from start to finish. Really been some quality play. And I'm sure some tired legs out there at this point. Some of these runs up front, Michael,
They've had so long, yeah.
30, 40 of them. And long 50, 60-yard runs. And for a striker,
running is part of the game, though.
For a striker, you're running towards the goal. That defender, those are thankless runs.
So you know that an average midfielder can run about 10 kilometres now. That's about 6 miles, Steve, during a game.
I don't doubt that they did it today, for sure. And we're down. We have 1 minute to play in this Blue Division game. And this will bring South Plainfield to 0-4 and 0-3 in the GMCs. in the blue division. And meanwhile,
It puts
this puts Colonia 3-0-1. And really, at the top of the blue division. So, Michael, it was a pleasure doing this broadcast with you.
likewise.
And I really want to thank you for setting aside the time and sharing your insight, both from the high school soccer perspective, but also your knowledge of the Woodbridge soccer program and all the great things that go on there as well.
And
So-
final.
And that's the final here from Colonia High School. Colonia 7, South Plainfield 0. I want to thank everybody for tuning in this evening, and congratulations to the Colonia Patriots for a great game. And I'm looking forward to some great soccer the rest of this season. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.
Take care.